Awesome. Here we go. All right. So, obviously, short week here. We got to get ready to go. We're excited about the week. We're, moved on to Chicago here. We got a big challenge in front of us. We got to get, everything ready to go. Obviously, didn't play very well last time against them. So, hopefully, we can go out and do a better job here on Thursday. It's obviously a huge honor for us to, play in this game and be a part of this. And, again, it's such a, rich tradition in the city and this organization. So, it's a great week for us. We just got to do a great job of preparing, getting ready to go, and obviously go execute on Thursday. So.
You've been a part of a couple Thanksgiving games. Just what's your favorite, maybe even going back to when you were a kid, if you haven't, but just your favorite Thanksgiving football memories?
It's a good question. I don't know. Right now, hopefully we'll make one this weekend. I don't know. I don't got a good answer for you right there. But, just real excited for, to kind of, be a part of all this here. So just want to make sure I try to do my part to the best of the ability so everybody's happy here come, afternoon on Thursday.
What is the benefit of playing somebody 12 days apart? Really unique in the NFL? Does it make it a little bit easier this week?
Yeah, you know what? I think it definitely has benefits, and I definitely think it has some things that are not, not in good from that standpoint. I would say being in division, being in Chicago, that we just played them, obviously, situation where, we know the team, we know the players, some of that stuff. Is familiar, just got to kind of, put it back into the memory banks as far as that's concerned. So I think both teams on a short week, it's going to be hard to prepare for both teams to get ready to go. But the lack of preparation time or the lack of week of practice and all the rest of it is a little bit of an issue, because there's definitely going to be something that pops up that is, new, neither team has seen before, something we're both going to have to handle and try to do a good job of adjusting when it does come up. So definitely that'll be a big part of it from that standpoint.
Last night,
sure.
And video too. Do they look any different, better?
I think they look, they're good. This is a really good football team. So, I think there's a lot of it on there that looks exactly what you'd expect it to look like from Chicago on all three phases. Their players are still doing a great job of making plays when they need to, and they make a lot of them. Certainly, they did that again last night. So they're playing at a high level. They're playing very confident. They're playing, really good football right now. So it'll be a big challenge for us.
You estimated that Carrion couldn't practice today, but how good was it to get the news that he wouldn't be missing the rest of the season?
I think, again, for us, maybe I mentioned this last night or something, we just try to, get through last night, get to today, try to get everything evaluated, and then we'll take it day by day. So, we'll see how it goes. So we just got to try to stay even keel with all of it and just make sure we prepare, like we're, either just pushing forward.
Matt, you've been so much more effective than some of your other running backs this year. How do you have to change to account for who else will be in the backfield and the variety of
Sure.
areas?
I think, with all the guys that go out there, whether it's the whatever skill position it is and the plays, for us, it's just going to be execution of those plays, I think, and certainly, Carrion has a skill set that's great, just like a lot of our other guys do, and try to just do the best we can to exploit the skill sets of the players that are out there. I think we have good players. We have dynamic guys that can make plays in different ways, and it's not cookie cutter. Football's not that way. When you have a different player that's in the same position, it doesn't mean they can do the same thing. So you have to be able to adjust with that and do a good job of handling that, whatever the situation is, whoever those guys are.
Because of that, do you feel like you have to maybe divide reps more between the three guys you have, because it seems like their skill sets are all pretty defined and linear versus Carrion's more of a complete guy?
I think we'll just try to, get as many reps or whatever situations come up with the guys and see how they handle them. For us, it's just, again, I would tend it's more towards what, everybody does well, and hopefully we can just go out and execute it. I think those guys do have pretty good skill sets. I would say it's more than just linear. I think there's probably quite a few things in there they could do well in the game and in different facets. So we're just going to have to do a good job of trying to come up with those situations.
Would you consider adding a running back this week, or do you feel good with the three you have?
We'll see. It's obviously a real short week, so we'll just kind of see how it goes.
With all the negativity and all that went on during the last three games, and then to get a win yesterday, how much does that kind of calm everything and reset everything for inside the building for you?
Yeah. You know what? I think for us, we really try to do a good job of just staying consistent all the way through. You know, it's we understand that the games every single week are a process, and you know, I think if you ride the emotional roller coaster of what goes on outside the building, it doesn't help us prepare for what we need to do inside the building. So, you know, it's real good, obviously, for everybody outside to, you know, kind of whatever. But, you know, for us, we just got to focus, and we just got to try to do the things that we're asking them to do, whether it's improve on the fundamentals or, you know, do a better job of the scheme, or, you know, obviously with me, do a better job coaching, or whatever the situation comes up, and just try to improve each week, so that we can just stay focused maybe, you know, on the task at hand rather than kind of, you know, everything else.
Can I ask you specifically about Zenner? I think we all saw some of the body transformation photos from his time away from the facility. You haven't needed him much in an offensive role since he's been back, but how does he look as, I guess, a player since he's been back with you?
He's done a great job since he's been back. You know, he's done a lot on out in practice that we feel very confident with him out there. He's done a lot in special teams. Obviously made a huge play yesterday. That's a very difficult play. I don't think we can underestimate or understate, you know, the hands team, last kick, all the space. They really did a good job with formationing that play and created a lot of space for him to have to cover. And I think he did a great job of staying calm and patient in that situation and made a really good play. So he's done a good job, and that's part of the reason why, you know, some of the practices that we have are structured the way they are. So those guys are out there, and we're getting a good look at them from a standpoint of, are they ready to go and are they not, in any situation that may come up. So I think, you know, he's a great example of a guy that's just, you know, he's such a professional. He's just always ready to go. So, you know, he's done a good job.
You know, how do you think your quarterback did handling, you know, the whole receiving group? It was just a complete reshuffle, basically.
I'm sorry, I missed
Players
the
and
beginning.
having a week doing that, carrying forward, how much does that help him?
Did you say the quarterback? Is what you said?
Yeah, how did you think the quarterback did of managing that whole
Um,
group of receivers? It's really a reshuffle.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think he's done it. You know, I mean, obviously, we've talked a lot about Matt Stafford. He's done a great job here handling everything. You know, I mean, from adjustment standpoints or guys in and out of the roster, or just being consistent in his preparation and staying, you know, staying smart, staying tough, and just, you know, trying to lead every single day. So, you know, those aren't easy. Those aren't easy transitions. You know, change and all that stuff is never you know, simple. But it's definitely something from a mentality standpoint that we understand as a football team. We're going to have to be prepared and ready when they come up. But you know, the little things that he does to help those players that are out there through the course of the week to kind of get on the same page with him is the stuff that just, you know, reassures you that you know, we are just, you know, pushing in the right direction. So it's been good.
Same vein with Matthew, how important was it for him and your team to get that quick passing game back on track, given countering some of these pass rushes you have faced and will face?
You know, I mean, every team is different. So, I mean, I think some of the execution last night, again, was just, you know, it was good to see guys go out and make some plays. You know, wasn't all, you know, the quick passing game. There was definitely some downfield stuff that, you know, we tried to hit. And there were some plays where guys just made some plays, which is good to see also in some of those situations. So, I think you always try to have a balance. You always try to have a good, you know, across the board offensively approach that you're going to be able to execute all of those situations. And hopefully you're putting the players in those situations at the right time to be able to go make a play. And sometimes they got to just, you know, execute, and no matter what the situation is, and be able to be successful. So just, you know, again, as far as last night or yesterday is concerned, I think just, you know, I give a lot of credit to the players that just grinding it out and doing a good job. It's a, you know, Carolina's a really tough team. They're well coached, and we knew it was going to be 60 minutes, and it was, you know, all the way through. So, you know, it's good to be able to come away with the win, but, you know, we're on to, obviously, to Chicago, which we didn't do a real good job with last time. So we know we got a, you know, even bigger challenge in front of us this week with, you know, another defense, another offense, another special teams units that are, you know, obviously very good. So we're going to have a, you know, big job in front of us here in the next couple of days to prepare, and then we got to get ready to play on Thursday.